What do you got for me?
Today, to celebrate the fall month, spooky season's upon us, we're going to talk about murder.
Like how to get away with murder?
Sure. Have you ever genuinely wanted to end another person's life?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, this one time, about 10 years ago, someone wronged me.
Okay.
And really got me heated.
Okay.
So I invited him over. We went on a long walk. We came across this well, and I thought about throwing him down there. But that probably wasn't
feasible. So I just ate him.
I genuinely think I'm an alright person, but there's been a few times in my life I've really desired to end someone's life. The most recent one was I had a neighbor that had a dog that would bark really loud, and it would keep me up when I was on nights. It would like bark and keep me up, and like I could just feel myself like devolving into like a more angrier, like evil version of myself. And like, I just want to shoot this guy. Like, how would I do it? Hide in my garage. I had a good angle on him, you know, but I don't want to go to jail. It's kind of hard to get away with murder.
Sneak in his house, use a bottle to muffle the noise.
Yeah, I think it's normal to think about that, you know? We all have like a darkness within us. That's why people like horror movies, and they like to read about serial killers. You're feeding that entity in you that is capable of bad things.
It's like when the car in front of you cuts you off in the Taco Bell line.
Yeah. Did you see they identified the Zodiac killer? Did you see Zodiac, the movie?
Yeah.
Is the prime suspect who passed away, were they right? Was it that guy?
I'm not positive.
I don't remember. They weren't right? Oh
No.
my God, that's insane.
If you were, like, convicted, or, no, you were put on trial, how would you try and get off of your murder? Hire good certain lawyers? Would you plead insanity?
I'd do both. I'd hire the absolute best lawyers that I could afford, and I'd plead insanity.
You get Viola Davis to help you out?
I don't even know who that is. But yeah, sure, she can help. What's your favorite, like, scary thriller, like, murder movie?
I like the original Halloween a lot, like, for, like, a slasher movie, even though there's not, like, a lot of killings and stuff. Then, like, the Saw franchise, just because of the over-top, like, goriness.
I went and I saw Saw 3?
3 or 3D?
I've seen Saw 3.
3 or 3D?
3
Oh,
in
okay.
theater. It was the first one I've watched out of all of them.
Oh.
And I remember watching the dude almost drown in the pigs, the ground up pigs, spoiler alert. And I remember getting sick to my stomach. I almost left the theater. It was just, I didn't think it was scary at all. Once I saw the first one, I thought that was like the best one that I've seen. I thought that was like a good movie. Like it had a good plot and a good idea.
Yeah, I think the best ones are 1, 2, and I like 5 a lot. But probably my favorite like horror movie, like if you count it as horror, would be like Psycho. Just because it's black and white and it's like a murder.
That's an iconic
mystery,
one.
Yeah.
What about like ghost movies? Do you like any of like haunting movies or like
Casper?
Casper's really fucking good, dude. I love Casper.
Flubber, is that a ghost movie?
No, I saw Flubber in theater. That wasn't. It was Robin Williams had a little goo buddy.
Conjuring. Like the first one I thought was good.
Is that the one with Patrick Wilson? I like those.
But like Insidious I didn't care for really.
Which one has Darth Maul in it? Was it Insidious? I think it was.
What's Sinister? That was okay.
Sinister, that was the one. That was the one that has Darth Maul. Like, I never saw Halloween until I was an adult. I never saw it as a kid. I saw Friday the 13th, a whole bunch of them. It's like, it's the same movie, you know?
Right.
Goalie wants to kill naked teenagers that are fucking.
I like the Scream franchise.
Scream?
Yeah, the third one isn't that great, but the other 3 are good.
I think I've only seen the first one. I liked Paranormal Activity. I like the endings are so like there's the scariest ending to me is I think it's the third one. It's not even a ghost ending. It's just a bunch of like old ladies in a witch's coven just surround this house at like 3 in the morning. It's scary.
But like speaking of like that kind of movie, like how Blair Witch Project was like the first one to do that.
Dude, I
Like-
love Blair Witch. I was just watching that movie. Like scared me so bad as a child, and that you don't see anything.
Yeah, it's just like an okay movie.
It's just all right. Like we could probably do better. But if you got convicted for murdering someone, let's say you did push that guy down the well.
Mm-hmm.
How, and like let's say you had to sit on death row for 7 years. What would you do with your time?
Probably learn how to play dominoes.
That I feel like that would drive you crazy. You'd be looking forward to the day.
Probably.
If it's that bad, you know. Of all the ways that they execute people, how would you want to go?
Well, like lethal injection
What are the ways? So like lethal injection, the electric chair. Aren't those the two?
hit firing squad. I don't know if they still do that.
That would suck.
Hanging.
Oh God.
You could get tarred and feathered.
Do they still have the death penalty in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know.
Alabama ain't getting rid of that.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, nah.
I don't think any of them are meant to be fun. But
What's the one where they tie you to 4 horses and make them run in different directions?
That would suck. Like lethal injection, like if the guy didn't like you, he could just like mess with the chemicals a little bit and just like fuck you up, and you just like leave so slow. It would, oh dude, that would be miserable. I mean, naked woman avalanche would probably be the best.
Yeah.
Could you be an executioner? Like what if the state of Texas emails you tonight, good 401, good benefits, 120 a year?
I think so.
I think
yeah.
I probably could too.
As long as they're doing the matching 401k, like, I can do
if
anything.
If I don't get 6%, I can. If you give me that 6%, yeah, we can do whatever.
I get more lightheaded about like seeing my own blood than like way worse stuff to other people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And when you're given your last meal, what would you want?
Don't they give you like unlimited stuff?
Well, definitely some Panda Expresses in there.
Get that white woman orange chicken.
So, dude,
yeah.
It's so good. It's like the perfect tasting item, I think. Orange chicken, I would want Baja Blast from Taco Bell. I'd probably want Crazy Bread from Little Caesars. I get that from DoorDash. I'm usually ready to die anyways.
Yeah, the fake butter and cheese is
Yeah.
probably killing you as you speak. Even though I couldn't, I'd probably have the guy I took in the woods again for my last meal.